Okay, these can be confusing. I'm not going to lie. It says a large cube is made up of many small cubes. The volume of the large cube is 7.506 times 10 to the 5th power, cubic millimeters. The volume of each small cube is 2.78 times 10 to the 4th cubic millimeters. How many small cubes make up the large cube? Okay. Now, you're wondering, what the heck is this? Find your larger base 10 to the 5th. Okay, because that's 10 to the 5th and that's 10 to the 4th. This is a larger amount. Rename that. Just pick a common number. I'm going to go with 20. Okay, and then here I'm going to go with 2. So if the problem said, instead of this crap, if it said 20 and 2, so the volume's 20, that's the whole thing, and it's made up of small cubes that are 2 each, what would you do to find how many cubes make up this? Essentially, you're trying to find how many times 2 goes into 20. Well, the operation would be dividing. 20 divided by 2. Or here, I'll write it in algebra form. 20 divided by 2. Well, that's all you're doing with these. You're going to take your 7.506 times 10 to the 5th, and you're going to divide that by your 2.78 times 10 to the 4th. Now, break that up over here. So it's 7.506 times divided by 2.78, and then your 10 to the 5th divided by your 10 to the 4th. So I'm going to divide this. 2.7, and then cancel your 1 on the bottom. That's 1, so 10 to the 1. This is my first non-zero digit. The decimal's already between that and the next digit, so that's my answer. 2.7 times 10 to the 1st power, or just times 10 if it's to the 1st. Okay, next problem. The entire floor is made up of many square tiles. The area of the floor, so here's my floor in my kitchen. These are square tiles, okay? This isn't really a good example because that is smaller than that, but you know, pretend they're all the same size. So, let's pretend that there's 20 square tiles, square feet, square tiles, they all mean the same thing. And let's say a tile is 2 square feet. Again, how many tiles? Well, it'd be 20 divided by 2, but those aren't the actual numbers. Now we put in the actual numbers. It'd be a huge floor. 334 times 10 to the 6th divided by 3.324 times 10 to the 3rd. Okay? Now, break it up. And then 10 to the 6th, 10 to the 3rd. Break it up. Put the base 10s together and put those together. 8.334 divided by 3.324. When you get something like that, round it 2 decimal places. So 2.50 would go to 2.51 because a 7 rounds it up. Ditch that, minus 3, it's 10 to the 3rd. Decimal's in the right place, so we have what we want. 2.51 times 10 to the 3rd power. So it'd be like 2001. The actual number would be 2.51 times 10 to the 3rd. That'd be that. Okay, there are 7.228 times 10 to the 4th acres of land. The land is made up of deer plots that occupy 3.16 times 10 to the 3rd acres of land. How many deer plots make up the land? So if there's 20 acres of land and every deer plot is 2 acres of land, how many? Again, it'd be 20 divided by 2. So we take 7.228 times 10 to the 4th divided by 3.16 times 10 to the 3rd. So I put these together and I put these together. I'm just breaking up the division, okay? And so 7.228 divided by 3.16 gives us 2.29. And then a 10. 4 minus 3 is 1, so it'd be 10 to the 1st. Okay. Decimal's in the right place, 2.29 times 10 to the first. Now pause the video, do numbers 1 and 2. And then you come back and watch the rest of it for 3. 3 is different. Okay, now a light year is a distance light travels in 1 year. Light travels 5.9 times 10 to the 12th miles per light year. So that's a crap ton of actual miles. Okay. How many miles does a light travel in 3 months? Okay. Now, here's what you're going to do. Per year means this many miles. 5.9 times 10 to the 12th. And you're going to want to put that in parentheses. Okay. And you're going to multiply by the number of years. Now you're like, how do I find the number of years? It's 3 months. Well, 3 months is a fraction of a year. So you're going to put 3 over. Now, question for you. How many months are in a year? There's 12. So it's 3 over 12. Okay, so you use the fraction 3 over 12. Now break this up. You're going to take the decimal 5.9 times 10 to the 12th, and then you're just going to or no, my bad, I did that wrong. You take your 5.9 times your 3/12. It's 1/4 as well if you want to reduce it, but it's not going to matter. Okay, and then you leave. That's the only base 10 you got, so you don't multiply that by anything. So first find what 5.9 times 3/12 is. Okay, 1.475. And then we just drop our 10 to the 12th down. We don't need to simplify anything. There's a first non-zero digit. It's in the right place. So I write 1.475 times 10 to the 12th power. Okay, a light year, same thing. Okay, we'll just leave it with speed of light. So again, 5.9 times 10 to the 12th times the years. And the year times years, and this time they flat out give me the years. They give me 2 years, so I have no need to make a fraction. So I put 5.9 times 2. And then my 10 to the 12th just sits there. 11.8. Then I just drop my 10 to the 12th. Now, this is my first non-zero digit. The decimal has to be between that digit and the 1 after it. So you need to move it to the left 1. You moved it 1 left, so that represents a positive 1. Okay? So you go over here and you add 1. Okay? Which is 13. So it's 1.18 times 10 to the 13th power. Okay. And the last one. A light year is a distance light travels in 1 year. Light travels 5 points, the same miles per light year. How many miles does it travel in 90 days? So take your 5.9 times 10 to the power of 12. And then you're going to multiply. It says per year. But the problem is 90 days isn't a year. It's less than a year. So you put 90 fraction. How many days are in a year? It's not 12 now. Months would be over 12. Days would be over 365. Okay? So you take your 5.9 times 90 over 365. Then you break your base 10. That's the only one you got. So you figure out this product. $1.45, just round it. It would stay 45 because the 4 would keep it at 1.45. And then we're just going to drop our 10 to the 12th down. Okay? Decimal does not need to be moved. It's already between the first digit and that number after it. Now you can do number 3. Remember, 9 months, that's over 12.